Here I am outside the Staples Center here in LA, home of SummerSlam 2014. To subscribe to the channel, click my face.
One, two, three.
Nikki, lovely to see you again. Here we are at SummerSlam weekend. What can fans expect from the biggest party of the summer?
You know what? It's actually two words. They could expect Brie mode. And I'm excited to see Brie mode this Sunday. And I'm excited that my sister's taking on the boss. I mean, one, that is just a dream come true match. But you know what? I think we're going to see a lot from Brie this Sunday. And we might even see something beyond Brie mode. So that is definitely the one thing I'm very, very excited for. And also for my boyfriend John to take it to Brock Lesnar. We haven't seen Brock in the ring since he beat the streak against The Undertaker at WrestleMania. And you know what? I want John to destroy him.
Don't mince your words. So it must be a big night for you. Two of the closest people in your life, I guess, in arguably two of the biggest matches on the night. You must be very proud of them both.
I am definitely very proud of them both, and it's been very fun to see them in this process. They both have been training hard every day. Brie's hitting the weights, John's hitting the weights, how they're preparing themselves mentally. So it's nice because I've gotten to see the process, and I'm a very proud sister and girlfriend.
And you're at home with John. What does he tell you about his upcoming match with Brock? Does he talk to you about... Because he's a very different opponent than a lot of the other WWE guys. He's a former UFC champion. How's John feeling personally about the upcoming match?
You know, John doesn't say much to me, and I think that's maybe part of how he prepares. He just kind of, he keeps everything within. He does stuff, alone, solo. But one thing he did say is he's like, prepare to take care of me Sunday night. And I'm like, you know what? I can be the nurse. Win or lose, if you got some scrapes and bruises, I will definitely take care of them. But John's a very driven, motivated man, and he comes up with things, but it's always on his own. Like, those are things that he doesn't really bring me a part of or anyone else. It's kind of, when he's in the gym or when he's training for something, that's his church time, that's his solo time, and I give it to him. So I'm very excited to see what he's come up with this Sunday. I'm always surprised with whatever he does. And I'll admit, I am a bit nervous because I don't think there's any other tougher opponent than Brock Lesnar. I mean, he's a beast and he's insane. And because of his background, it definitely makes me nervous. But, John's a beast in my eyes, too.
And he's a beast. He's very driven. He's very motivated, and I guess you have to be the face of a company like WWE. He's the hardest working guy in the company, I imagine. Is that tough for you on a sort of personal level to be at John's side?
I mean, definitely. Like, John is he is the hardest working man in the company. I mean, he lives for this company. He wants to be at a wrestling show every day of his life. He never wants to miss a show. He never wants to miss an appearance. And I love that about him. I love that, this is his life. I mean, on personal level, does it make it tough at times? Yeah, because recently we just went 15 days without seeing each other. And, when you're in a serious relationship, that's really tough. But, what makes, I guess, a relationship work is I am a diva here, and I get it. I get the passion you have for this company and for this business. And so I'm very understanding, and that's why we work. Because it's like, baby, go do your thing. I'll see you in 15 days. I might cry a few days in between, but it'll all be worth it in the end.
Do you do FaceTime, Skype?
We do. Okay, we just figured out. I was on the Australia tour, and we had never really FaceTime before, and we recently just got into it, and now we're addicted. So it's the best thing ever. We love it. Like, he'll literally have his phone up, and he'll be paying the bills, and then I'll be, like, getting ready in the bathroom, and we're just talking, and, like, next thing you know, 30 minutes go by, so I love it.
I can't imagine John Cena paying bills.
He does it all himself.
Does he?
He does everything himself. He's very, very old school, and I love that. He does all his errands. He pays all his own bills. He does all his own paperwork. I'm very... It's been 2 years now. We just celebrated our 2-year anniversary last Saturday.
Congratulations.
Thank you. And that's one thing that's really impressed me is, like, here this man is the most busiest man in the world, but he makes time to do his own errands and to be a human being. And he's a very, very humbled man, and that's what I love about him.
That's amazing, isn't it? Because most people, I guess, at John's fame level would have a million PAs and, doing everything for it.
Like, I totally was expecting him to have an assistant. No, he does it all on his own.
You've got an assistant though, right? Surely.
Brie.
Brie, it was Brie your assistant? Okay, so what does Brie do for you on a day-to-day basis?
Anything I tell her.
Really?
No, but actually I don't have an assistant. I do it all on my own too. Pay my own bills, I go do my own errands, I pick up my own dry cleaning, I get my own groceries, I do it all.
And so this Sunday, what can we expect from Nikki Bella? Are you going to be at ringside for the Brie Stephanie match?
I'm hoping to. As of now, it's up in the air if I'm going to be ringside or not. I really hope I am because I would love to have the best seat in the house, of course. But, you know, I'm just going to support my sister. I'm so proud of her. I'm so happy how far she's come, and you know what, I know in the end this match she's doing it for Brian and she's doing it for me, and that means the world to me. So I'm hoping to have my ringside seat, but if I have to watch in the back, then so be it.
And just talk to me about what brought you and Brie to the dance. So how did you get into the WWE? What was your journey?
Well, so it was Brie actually had brought the Divas division, or Brie brought the attention Divas division to me. And sorry, it's early in the morning, and I'm just like,
it's
not
very early.
right.
It's
I'm
just
not
gone
gonna
6.
even do complete sentences, but I remember I was away on vacation. She's like, Nicole, you have to check this out. These girls are so badass. They're amazing. And I remember when we saw stuff when we were younger, but the division hadn't been so complete. And all of a sudden you're watching Mickie James and Melina in the ring and Trish and Lita, and you're like, holy shit, I want to do that. I want to be those girls. And Brie's like, this is our calling. This is what we're meant to do. So they had Diva Search. So we did Diva Search, and they said twins couldn't go through. And we're like, oh, that's okay. But you want to come to McDonough, Georgia, to the Deep South, and get in the ring and see if you like it. The minute we took that first bump, it was love at first sight. Brie and I were like, we need to work here. We need to do whatever it takes. We love this. So next thing you know, we're at FCW, and that's the end of the story.
It's amazing how I hear so many people say they took their first bump and then it's just kind of in their blood for the rest of their life. It's just an addiction.
Yeah, it truly does become an addiction. I think in that moment, you know if it's meant to be or it's not.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And so have you got any injuries? Have you had any nasty bumps recently?
Well, recently, thank goodness, no. I finally healed from my shin injury. And it does still give me trouble every now and then. I'm not going to lie about that. I think till I get my rod out of my shin, it's not going to be fully healed. But thank goodness that has been it. Keep my fingers crossed. I don't have to deal with it anymore. But, I mean, in the past, I've broken my nose a few times. You know, of course, I've had this shin. Yeah.
Can't tell at all.
No? Oh, yay. Good. Awesome. At least I can breathe through it. But, yeah. So, you know, wrestling, it can hurt.
Yeah.
It definitely can.
Now, there's wrestling, but then there's obviously the entertainment side of it. Sports entertainment. It's a massive show. Here we are in LA. Hollywood's just a stone's throw away. If an actress was to play your life in a film, who would it be?
Ooh, that's a good one.
Who are you a big fan of?
Well, I do love Salma Hayek, but she's older, but I think she could have been good to play. I think she could play my mom on screen. But let's see here. I think I would love someone like Natalie Portman.
She's awesome.
She is awesome. And she has this strength to her that, I mean, dramatic-wise, she's amazing, but she could play something very strong, as we've seen in her films. So I'd be honored to have someone like her play me. And I think, you know, if they could tweak her a little bit to look like me, I mean, she's absolutely beautiful. But maybe we could, you know, make Natalie a little bit of a Bella.
I like that. Yeah. And just finally, I forgot my last question. That helps, doesn't it?
Oh.
No, I haven't. Total Divas.
Am I distracting you?
You are a little bit. Total Divas Season 3, what can fans expect on E?
You know what? I am so excited for Season 3. Of course, you could always expect a ton of drama. But, you know, this season we have, you know, Eva had already been married, but now we actually get to see the ceremony and the wedding. And we all love weddings, especially me, because I'm never going to have one. But, and you see...
Never?
No, never
John's
say
going to
never.
pop that question, sure.
I hope so. I think, you know, there could be a possibility. And, you know, you're going to see a lot of John and I this season, and you just see how our love continues to grow and how, you know, being in the entertainment business, we hit certain bumps in the road, and you see that. And you get to see Brie and Brian in their first year of marriage, and they have been through a lot. And, you know, for the wrestling fans, you get to see behind the scenes of Brian's surgery and his struggle through the surgery and how he got there and how he's doing. So I think that's really neat to see. And it's going to be a lot of fun, a lot of drama, a lot of divas, a lot of tears, a lot of smiles, and a lot of love.
Well, it's a great show. I love it.
Yeah, thank you.
Pleasure to meet you.
You too.
Thank you so
Thanks
much.
so much.